Hello, I'm VX and welcome back to Q&A Saturday. This is the weekly series I run on my channel and answer your questions that have been asked over the past week or so across the channel, but also of course from Twitter. And this week is going to be a little bit different. You can probably already tell that I sound a bit different because I'm using my travel mic because I'm currently in Singapore. So things are going to be a little bit different, and rather than just pretending they're normal and making a slightly different Q&A Saturday, I figured why not just actually do something entirely different and respond to last week's questions, but instead of filtering through the entire 500 something comments like I do every week to work out the best ones, instead I'll be letting the upvotes from last week's comments decide which ones come up. So I'm sorting last week's Q&A by top comments, and we're just going to go through them one by one and work out what's going on there. So hopefully you do all enjoy this week's Q&A, like if you do like it, because it helps out the channel and lets me know you do like this thing. And again, it's yet to be seen whether this is good or bad. I figured let's go to each question blind as well, having no idea what's going on there. So let's go into the very first and top comment, which comes in from D_Wigs, who I think has been from previous Q&A Saturdays, who says, one thing I never understood in all your videos, when you do fun fact videos like top 10 facts about the Creeper, you mentioned Xbox in the title. I get that you're playing on Xbox, but the facts apply to all versions. So why apply it? So in particular, you're talking about videos that are about all versions of Minecraft where there's no real change. Well, the truth is when it comes to Minecraft on YouTube, and when it comes to my channel, the thing that really grew my channel is specifying really on the console edition. Even though, obviously, like, I generally just know about Minecraft facts and stuff, and I play a lot of PC and I play a lot of Bedrock now. The truth is the game I play the most of, and the game a lot of people seem to like seeing from me, seems to be the console edition. And it seems, again, at least for search rankings, or I'm not entirely sure why, but it seemed like having the 360 and PS3 in the title seems to be, noticeably more interesting. Because when you see Minecraft on YouTube, just Minecraft, you assume you're going to get the Java version, and when people click looking for the Java version and they get the console version, it seems to upset them. Whereas if you expect the console version, then it's like, oh yeah, well, let's see what's going on there. Again, I feel like it's a, it's the version of the game where if you click and you see Xbox, then you'll know what you're getting into. However, given that there is now parity between Pocket Edition and Xbox, I've started putting like Minecraft PE/Xbox in the titles, because really, again, it applies to both versions for the most part, right? Like, it applies to, they're going to be pretty much the same games going forwards, and the Java's going to be the odd one out. So I think, that's the best kind of compromise to explain, look, this is those versions of the game, the versions you're probably playing, but if you, even though Minecraft is officially Minecraft Bedrock, most people, when they call Minecraft, or, when you're saying just Minecraft, I've said Minecraft too many times, but when you just say that, you're usually referring to the Java edition, and rather than confusing people, because some people would call that clickbait to only put Minecraft in the title and then not play the Java. I don't want to deal with that whole nonsense of like people. I don't even like the whole clickbait argument. So instead, I just say, well, I'm just going to put the consoles that this is relevant for in the titles, and we'll see how that goes. So yeah, that's why my titles say that. That's why they used to say 360 and PS3. It's because you have to clarify the version of Minecraft when you're not playing the Java. I don't know why Minecraft Java players don't have to clarify, but that's just the rules. They were first. They get to do it. That's how things do work. So let's move on to the next question, which comes in from Yossi, who has 14 upvotes, by the way. It looks like this is sorted by upvotes, but I don't know. It's not entirely clear if that's the case, because some of them are out of order. This one comes in from Yossi, who says, I sometimes feel superior to people, and then I try to stop thinking that I'm superior to people, and then I think that by doing that I'm superior to people. I thought that was a nonsense comment, but it just like clicked in my head as I got to the end there, that you're superior, you feel like you're superior, and then you realize that you shouldn't be, and that makes you more superior. And in a way, that's probably like a just about true thing. So I think you can feel superior to people for not feeling superior to people, which makes you therefore feel superior to people, but I think it's an endless loop, and rather than getting into that, I think just feel good about yourself, because even the fact that you even think about it, and the fact that you even consider it, means that you probably are superior to other people, Mr. Yossi, or at the very least you're funny, so you got that going for you. So yeah, let's move on to the next question, which comes from the Froggy Fellow, who says, what's the temperature like in Singapore? Is it too hot or too cold? Also, I've been a sponsor for a month now, and it's totally worth it. So wow, I get a free opportunity to plug gaming.youtube.com/toycat/sponsor. Realistically, if you just go to the gaming YouTube page, you can like give a monthly thing, and it gives you access to a sponsored Discord, emojis. Wow, look at me plugging and selling out for myself. But no, let's be serious. But pro tip, you should do that. But yeah, there's a sponsor thing. Yeah, I'm glad you're getting back from the sponsorship thing. A lot of people, like a few people sponsored for a month and figured not, but most of the sponsors seem to have like stuck around, and it's like a monthly thing. And as a YouTuber, that's like so useful to know that like, one, some people enjoy the content that much that they're willing to go through that step, and two, it's the fact that it's like a consistent monthly thing. No matter what happens to the YouTube ad revenue, which fluctuates so much, especially here in January, it's really nice to know there's a consistent thing there. So thank you so much, Froggy Fellow, for the sponsorship. But to answer your question about the temperature, so if you want to know about a little bit of geography here, which I know is usually second channel stuff, but because Singapore is so close to the equator, I think it's 1 degree off the equator. Like it's so close, in fact, that I'm like going just like an hour south from here, and I'm going to cross the equator, it's going to turn into winter. But it's so close to the, you know, equator, which is theoretically the hottest point of Earth in some ways. You know, it's like consistently hot, and there is no seasons. Like, although, you know, there is seasons, like it's winter, summer, June, etc. Oh, sorry, winter, spring, autumn, etc. Although the seasons exist here, they're pretty much all indistinguishable from each other. Like, the average daily temperature doesn't really change year round. The average, you know, time the sunset doesn't really change year round, and this means that it's consistently just hot all year. But it's not even that hot. Like, the temperature, the coldest temperature was like 19 degrees, and the hottest was like 36. The temperature is always between 20 degrees and 30 degrees Celsius, that is. But the thing is, it's so humid here, and I never believed people when they said, oh, it's so humid here, and, you know, really, it's a wet heat. I never understood what wet heat even meant, but after being here, I entirely understand. If you're from a wet heat place, you know, that is just the worst thing, because you can't sweat off the heat, so it's not hot at first, but it just gets hotter and hotter and hotter and worse and worse and worse, and that is pretty darn terrible. So, yeah, it's really, really hot here, just consistently, but I kind of like it in the mornings and evenings, because, oh, by the way, I've got to clarify that. So, not only is it hot all year round, like, you know, 20 to 30 degrees all year round, but it's hot all day round too. Like, at 4 a.m. in the morning, it's going to be 30 degrees. You can be so hot outside that, you know, you're just in a t-shirt and jeans or whatever, just all day, all year, which is kind of cool, honestly. Like, I love the consistency of it, even if it's terrible, because I hate hot places. So, yeah, that's the answer to your question. Let's move on to the next one, which just says low, it says PS5. That's because I spoke about the PS5. Next question is from Ultimate Blaze, who says, Q&A, are smartphones getting too expensive? By the way, you know what? It's crazy. That just goes to show this is the 4th most upvoted comment, the PS5 one, but for some reason, it seems that, like, people on YouTube, like, they're so sensitive to titles when it comes, like, most people who comment don't watch the video. I wish there was an option on YouTube to filter by people who have watched more than, even have watched more than a minute, but watched more than half the video, because the comments would be wildly different. They'd be interesting, they'd be about the video, whereas, you know, this one just, like, they didn't even watch the first, like, how long would that have been? Like 6 minutes or something, and whatever. Anyway, let's move on to the next one, which comes from Ultimate Blaze, who says, Q&A, are smartphones getting too expensive? So, the thing is they were already too expensive. Like, £700 for a thing that theoretically is meant to just be like, oh, you can cool people with this thing, and, you know, we have £20 phones, and we have 2 years ago phones that are way cheaper, but you gotta get the newest one. Like, I don't understand why, you know, people, like, even people who, like, you know, in their normal lives, they're like, you know, I can't spend on anything, but when it comes to phones, you've got to spend so much. And I'll admit, I'm part of this, you know, problem too. Like, I see it as expensive, and then I still buy a new phone every 2 years or something. But the thing is most people don't pay for a phone up front. Most people pay for a phone over a 2 or 3, or now you see 4-year contracts, which is silly. But because people pay for them over that long, you know, period of time as part of their phone bundle, people don't, you know, think of a phone as costing $1,000. People think of a phone as costing $50. And it's the same way. I've never bought a car, but I hear it's like, you know, people talk about car payments as being like, oh yeah, well, you know, the car costs you $20,000, but really that only works out for $360 a month. So, you know, the car costs them $360 a month, because people think about the cost to them, not the actual cost, which is confusing. But there's the answer to your question. Getting nice and technical on a question, but let's go back to what seems like a Minecraft question from Lord Vortec, who says, Q&A, do you think the Aquatic update is going to affect lava physics too, and do you know where to transfer the 360 world to Xbox One? So first of all, Aquatic, I imagine it won't affect lava physics, because getting lava to go into a fence would be silly. I'd like to be wrong about that, because, you know, I guess some of it must change. And, you know, I've changed my mind on the spot. I think it will affect lava physics a little bit, but not quite as much as water. And to transfer 360 worlds to Bedrock, and therefore to your PC, you transfer from 360 to Xbox One Edition. It does still work, because they're still updating that version of the game. And then you transfer from Xbox One to Bedrock. Easy stuff. 360 to 1 to Bedrock. Then from Bedrock, you can transfer to your realm over to your phone if you really want to. So there is now a way to transfer from 360 to PE. It takes free transfers, but it's a thing you can do. So the next top comment, again, this is seriously what YouTube thinks a top comments, just says, wow, 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 from I Like Lemonade. So, wow, wow, wow to YouTube. And, you know, you know, let's move on from YouTube. Clearly, the YouTube top comment system does not work correctly. If people are voting wow, 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 it's not even like it's not even wow, it's not even the correct number of whatever. You know, let's just move on to Twitter, where I did post a tweet saying send me Q&A Saturday questions from Central Region Singapore, according to my Twitter. But it says the first question comes in from Kat, who says, the day you kissed the llama in your profile picture, what did you think was going through that llama's mind? Look at its eyes. It looks either shocked or shook. So if you don't know, on Twitter I am kissing a llama in my profile picture. I think that confuses a lot of people, makes them think very questionable things about me. That's fine though. You know, I'm Toy Cat. Apparently, that's fine. You know, things are weird. If you think I'm weird because of that, that's all good. But yeah, what was going through the llama's mind? The llama really just wanted a treat in my mouth. If you're curious, I didn't just actually kiss a llama. The zookeeper, not zookeeper, the llama keeper, whatever you'd call it. Like the guy in charge of the llamas was like, you know, you could put it in your mouth and he'd probably eat it. And everyone was like, oh god, why would you? And I was like, you know what? I think I'll do that. I'll give that a try. So the llama's just like, I want this food. He doesn't care that he's like putting his lips up against mine. And yeah, it was not a pleasant experience. But you know what? Now I've got an eternal profile picture from it. So isn't that wonderful? So yeah, next question is from Fernando the Lion, who says, what is the meaning of life? 42. Next one is from Mario Maniac, who says, what do you think of Nintendo Labs? Or Labo, which is the robot thing. I don't understand it. I kind of want it, but I don't understand it enough to actually want it. So I won't buy it, but maybe when it comes out, if there's enough excitement. Actually, not even then, I still won't buy it. Like, the idea of putting stuff together, like, I know that's, like, almost Minecraft-y, but, like, the idea of, like, having blocks that you can only put together in a certain way. You know how Lego works these days? You don't just get pieces that you put together and you make your own creativity, like you do in Minecraft. They give you a certain number of blocks, and they're like, here's exactly how you have to do it. If you do this wrong, you'll just have a broken thing. That sounds terrible to me. So, yeah, long story short there is, I don't want the Nintendo Lab because it doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like my thing. And also, Lego, what the heck went wrong with it? Like, you know, imagine Minecraft where the game, you load up the world and it's like you have 65, you know, wood planks, 16 wood stairs, and you have to build a village house. That's all you have to do. You don't get anything else. There's no pickaxes. That would be terrible, right? But that's apparently how it works in Lego, and apparently like Nintendo Labo too. So let's move on to the next one, which comes in from Minx YT, who says, have you ever thought of uploading different content because of the lack of views in the Minecraft community? The thing is I have kind of like a Minecraft variety channel, right? Like some people, their whole channel is the equivalent of like my Let's Play series, which is every Monday, by the way. Their entire channel is like, guess what? It's the same piece of content every single day and day. And I think, you know, after like 5 years of doing that, I can see why that goes down. And given that YouTube like takes any tiny trend, like if Minecraft views go down like 4%, YouTube takes that and it's like, well, people don't like Minecraft, you know, de-recommend that whole bunch and it goes down like 50% instead, or like, you know, 40%, or whatever it is. Basically, I feel like my channel is kind of variety anyway. I think, you know, I'm always doing new things. So the answer to your question is like, yes, but I'm kind of doing that regardless anyway, right? At least, you know, I see it as a variety channel. I'd love to know what you think of my channel as actually, if you watch it, and you watch every video, so not you specifically, Minx YT, although you too, but like anyone, if you let me know what you think about what my channel actually is defined as. So let's move on to the last question for this week. I don't know if we did 10 or like however many we did, but you know, I'm just going through the very top ones. The last top one we have here is from Brendan Janu Berry, or at Gin Gatecrafter, who says, if you could live off one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? You're awesome, by the way. Hashtag milk and biscuits, or even though for me it's milk and cookies. So okay, you know, let me give you a lesson on UK biscuits and cookies before we answer your actual question. So in the UK we have biscuits, and biscuits are what Americans call cookies, but we also have cookies, which is a distinct type of biscuit, like the extra tasty one. Like, you know, cookies can be, you know, bad in the US, but cookies are universally tasty over here, whereas biscuits are more like dry and, you know, I don't know what the word is, not savory, but like a custard cream, for instance, or a digestive biscuit. I hope that those exist in America, otherwise I've just confused people. But yeah, so cookies and biscuits, they're not quite the same thing, fun fact, because we have cookies in the UK. That's why my cat is called Cookie, fun fact. But anyway, let's just move on to your first question, which is, if you could live off one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Always pizza, right? Always pizza. Even after like 10 years of pizza, you'd still be like, could do with some more pizza actually, because I think it's something to do with, I think it's like the carbohydrate nature of it, and then cheese, always good. Actually, you know, you destroy your body eating cheese 3 times a day. But you know, I'd still do it. And then you can have like different types of pizzas. You can have calzones, you can have fish on the pizza. You can get like a dietary balance on the pizza, I think, anyway. But maybe that's just me. I hope you'll, let me know what you think. Not about that specific thing, but about this week's Q&A in the comments down below. Like if you did like it, share who likes it. Let me know what you thought of this week's Q&A, just going through the top comments as opposed to filtering through them. Did you think it was better? Or did you think it was just exactly the same? Or did you think it was worse? Did you think, like, you know, it's a bit too echoey in your room, Toy Cat? Because I'd like to fix that, but unfortunately, because I don't like design the room, I can't design the echo. But let me know what you think, comments down below. Give me your like rating, because it feeds the wife and kids and makes me feel like people care about the things I'm uploading. And I guess subscribe if you're new around here, because every other video on my channel doesn't sound like this one. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next week, or tomorrow, for another video, including a pretty crazy seed, right? So anyway, thank you very much for watching, bye!